So, welcome to page 189. It is Thursday, May 28th, 2020. And the first word we are going to skip down to number 2. It's the word qualify. What's the word? All right, qualify. All right, when you qualify for something, that means that you earn it or you're eligible for it. You might be entitled to it. You're sort of certified for it. Okay? Excuse me. All right, qualify. So, for example, if you work hard at a job, that might qualify you, that might earn you a bonus or a raise in salary. Wouldn't that be nice, right? Qualify. So let's go. Qualify. Qualify. Remember that English words don't end with I. And for the ah, we use a, ah. That's number 2. Let's go. Qualify. Qualify. All right, so we have 3 things to mark up. Let's go. Underline the qu, third sound, and third sound. Okay, Q and U stick like glue. That's right. That's rule 1. And English words, excuse me, don't end with I. That is rule 6. Excellent. Okay, so again, when you qualify for something also, it's another way of saying like you've passed or you're ready for something. Like many kids, when they're learning how to ride a bike, they have their training wheels, and once they've mastered that, that will qualify them to go on a bicycle, 2 wheels. That's an awesome accomplishment. Okay, now we're just going to put it in the past. You don't have to pull it apart. We change the Y to an I, add ED, just say qualified and write it. Qualified. Okay, I'm not going to make you mark it up, but we underline the I and the ED twice. We change the Y to an I, and that, excuse me, is rule 15. So let's just do rule 1 because that continues. Rule 6 is now it is disqualified, which we're going to get to in a second. All right, and then that's rule 15. All right, rule 15. Okay, now when someone is not dot the I. When someone is not qualified for something, we say they are unqualified for that. That means they're not capable. They don't really have the ability. They don't have those qualifications, okay? So unqualified means that you're not ready for something, that you don't have the skill. Like I'm unqualified to be an astronaut. I just don't have that ability. I don't have that talent or that knowledge. Unqualified. So we know the prefix un means not. So let's go. Just say unqualified and write it. Unqualified. Dot those I's. Okay, underline the I and the ED twice. All right, and again, rule 1 and rule 15. What do we do with these 3 words? Excellent. Okay, we triple brace it. Now, going back to the word qualify, you have to think about sports events, or when you're playing a game and you break the rules, they disqualify you. That's it, you're out, you're ejected, okay? Disqualify, let's go. Qualify, disqualify. So let's go. And the suffix dis also means not. Disqualify. Sorry about that, that's so high. That's pretty good though, that looks fancy. 5. And I'm not going to make you mark it up, okay? So what do we do with disqualify and qualify? Great, half brace, okay? So now, right, disqualification, they were thrown out of the game, okay, that sort of thing. Okay, so the next word is very, very current. It's the word disease. What's the word? Excellent, disease. Illness, a sickness, germs, infection, bacteria, virus. All right, sometimes even emotionally, they say some people who are shy, they suffer from the disease of shyness. Okay, it's kind of a nice way of saying you're really, really shy. Okay, disease, let's go. Disease. Disease. We use E-A. Okay, so let's go. Disease. Disease. All right, we have, believe it or not, 5 things to mark up. So let's go. Second sound, underline the E. Second sound, underline the silent E twice. Job number 5, party crasher, disease. Busy little word. Okay? So the next word is the word reject. What's the word? Exactly. I'm sorry, wait. Hold on. Yeah, reject. That's number 7. We're skipping number 6. Reject, all right, which is to dismiss or to refuse, to deny, to sort of get rid of, or to scrap, or to veto. So, for example, when someone offers you drugs, you reject it, you refuse it, you dismiss it. I'm denying it. No, not having anything to do with that. Reject. Let's go. Reject. Reject. And it's on the second syllable. You'll see why in a second. In 2 seconds. Nah, more than that. First syllable, second syllable. Excellent. Okay, don't forget to dot your J. How do we mark this I? Up. Great. The E can say E. That is rule 4. Now notice the word reject ends with a T. We're going to just write rejection. Okay, sometimes when someone asks you out on a date, you might say no, and that's called a rejection. Okay? Sometimes you go to apply for a job, and they say, we think you're great, we think you're intelligent, but unfortunately we're going to hire somebody else. We're going with somebody else. And that's a rejection, okay? They're dismissing you. Not necessarily in a bad way. Rejection. Let's go. Rejection. Rejection. And rejection is something that we all have to get used to in life, unfortunately, sometimes. Rejection. Rejection. All right, so don't forget to dot your J. How do we mark this up? Underline the underline the E and the sh. And what do we do with these 2 words? Brace. The E can say E at the end of a syllable. That is rule 4. And I reject, and I want you to put the accent on that second syllable for reject. And you're going to see why. The next word is the word reject. What's the word? Yes, reject. It's a dud, something that doesn't work. You know when you have a science experiment and it's a reject, okay? It's no good. It's a failure. Some people are kind of cruel. They'll say somebody is a loser when you're a reject, when you sort of don't seem to fit in, which isn't very nice. Let people be. Let people be. Reject. Okay, let's go. It's reject. Reject on the first syllable. So let's go. First syllable. And I could hear everybody, I know what that is. Reject. Reject. Okay, so how do we mark this up? Great. Underline the E, and the accent is on the first syllable. The E can say E at the end of a syllable. That is rule 4. So what do we do with reject and reject? Half brace. These words are spelled the same, but they sound different. It is a heteronym. Very good. Okay. There you go. Sometimes instrument makers, there's something, it looks really good, the instrument, but it's not perfect the way they want it, so they'll call it a second or a reject. Okay, it's not up to their standards, and they sell it for a lot cheaper. Sometimes you could get a good deal that way. Reject. Okay, so now number 9 is the word interrupt. What's the word? All right, interrupt. Excellent. It's to disrupt or to interfere, to break up. Sometimes it's to be rude. But interrupt can also mean to halt or to stop or to prevent. Like somebody was able to interrupt the crime. They were very brave. They stood up for somebody who was in need before the police even came. Interrupt. Let's go. Interrupt. Interrupt. So let's go. Interrupt. Interrupt. And notice we divide the syllable by the double consonant. Very good. How do we mark this up? Underline the So now I want you to pull it apart. I want you to pull it apart and put it into syllables. Put it in the past. Interrupted. Okay, so let's go. Interrupted. Interrupted. How do we mark this up? Underline the and the ed. Excellent. Okay, number 11 is the word when you interrupt somebody. That's called an. And notice I said an interruption. Very good. And notice interrupt ends with a T. Interruption. Interruption. Let's go. All of these interruptions are distracting me and making it difficult for me to complete my work by 6 o'clock. Interruption. And again, you could add interruptions if you want when you write your sentences. How do we mark this up? Underline the and the sh. What do we do with these three words? Triple brace. Excellent. And the last word, number 12, is the word talent. What's the word? Yeah, when you're very skillful, when you've got creativity, you've got talent. Yes, I know, America's got talent. Someone who can describe somebody who has talent, we say they are talented. Talent, let's go. Talent. Talent. So let's go. First syllable, tal. Second syllable, ent. Talent. All right? So we're going to leave it at that. We're not going to do 13, but we have a lot to do here. So let's go. Talent. Talent. Interruption. Interruption. Interrupted. Interrupted. Notice we divide the syllable by the double consonant. I don't want to see any errors. Interrupt. Interrupt. Rejection. Rejection. Reject. 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 On the first syllable. That means a dud. Something that's a failure or doesn't work well. So let's go. Disease. Disease. Unqualified. Unqualified. Qualified. Qualified. All right, let's go. Qualify. Qualify. Okay. And the last one. Disqualify. Disqualify. All right. Good luck with it. It's a tough one.